Hey everyone! We're the Violet Reality. I'm Casey Rain.
I'm Kim Camellia, and
welcome to This Week in Prince, episode 28! Bringing it to you, episode 28. Oh yeah.
Happy Easter, guys!
Alright, so it has been another bumper week in Prince news with a million things happening, but luckily for you, we are here to break them all down.
Woo, yes.
So, first off, the big news, the bomb.
Troy Carter, you might know him as the former manager of Lady Gaga, has been named the entertainment advisor of the estate.
Co-America Bank and Trust have named Troy Carter as their entertainment advisor. This is slightly weird. Troy is an advisor at Spotify as well. Yeah. So isn't that a little bit anti-competitive to have a guy who's at Spotify looking after an estate that should be on all platforms and all places like that? Yeah. Maybe, maybe not. I don't know how these things work. Yeah. Troy, if you're watching this, you can't mess this up.
No.
Because we'll come for you.
No. Andrew Simone did a fantastic show with Jill Jones the other day, and they performed When You Were Mine, and they also did Sometimes It Snows in April, and there is a couple of videos around about this show that they did, and so we're gonna put a link to them in the description. And thank you so much for giving us an update on this, Josh from Facebook, because yeah, the message you sent us was really, really nice. And so speaking of Jill Jones, she will have her own show at The Study in Hollywood on the 9th of May. So that's awesome. It's very, very soon as well. Yep,
make sure you let us know if you're going.
Yes.
Many of you who follow our show and who are friends with us on Facebook and Twitter and whatnot have told us that you are going to the celebration at Paisley Park, which is happening next week, or this coming week. There's lots of stuff happening that we already knew about, that we've already covered in past videos. A couple of new things to note. Those books that we mentioned before, the 3 books, the fashion one, guitar one, and what was the other one?
The one about just the celebration itself?
Yeah, the general celebration book. Those 3 books are now available for order. If you go to Paisley Park's website, you can pre-order them. I think you have to pick them up in person as well. The other news is they announced all the guest speakers for the event. So obviously there's going to be the live performances, Revolution, NPG, Dirty Girl, etc, etc, Morris Day and the Time. But also there's going to be lots of guest speakers from all across Prince's career doing different kinds of talks about everything to do with Prince. So of course members of the Revolution are going to be included in these talks, like Wendy and Lisa and Brown Mark and Bobby Z. But also people like Prince's hairdresser Kim Berry is going to be giving a talk, Sam Jennings and Shelby J and Damaris Lewis and Tony M and Jeremy Gavin, so amongst many, many others. So if you're going to the celebration, make sure you check out all these different talks that are happening and let us know what you think.
If you've been to the celebration, then you can obviously tell us about it, and we will give a little report in then next week's This Week in Prince, because that will be after the 21st of April.
So a lawyer named Patrick Cousins has lost his $600,000 lawsuit against the Prince estate. He was alleging that there were unpaid bills and that he had represented Prince during his divorce from Manuela and around that time. And he was alleging that there was a lot of money that Prince had owed him that was never paid. He took his case to court and he lost. So that's just the way it goes.
Yep. So some brighter news is that on the 16th of June this year, Purple Rain Deluxe is finally gonna come out. Yay!
Yep. Now, this is not at all a confirmed date by any means. This is just the whisper that we've heard from some very reliable sources. We must point that out. These sources are reliable. June 16th appears to now be the release date for Purple Rain Deluxe. Now, we still haven't seen any information about it as far as the track list goes. We just know that they've said there's going to be 2 concerts and 2 discs of unreleased material, but we don't know any more details than that. So if you've had a few thoughts about what you specifically want to see on Purple Rain Deluxe, drop it in the comments.
Yes,
when it comes out, we can see if your wishes have been granted.
Yeah.
Personally, I'd like to see Katrina's paper dolls.
Yes, that would be awesome. So speaking of music, Universal Music made a really odd statement the other day, didn't they? Yeah.
Yes, this is the other huge news that has come out in the last couple of days. Now, if you've been following what's been happening with the estate, and if you've been following our videos, you know that there were 2 deals that were struck. There was the deal with Warner Brothers for the re-release of all the material that was originally released on Warner Brothers while Prince was with them, 1978 to 1996, plus a few extra bits and bobs. And then there was a separate deal with Universal Music, whereby Universal were given the rights to everything post 1996, which is good, you know, which is 20 years of material, and with some of it's the lesser known Prince stuff, but also includes huge albums like 3121, Musicology, and also apparently included the vault material that was recorded post 1996 as well. Now, unfortunately, it seems that Universal feel that the valuation and the contents of these assets were misrepresented to them in their deal, and they're not happy, and they may look to strike a separate deal or ask for a refund, which is just ridiculous.
Which is, yeah, you know, you have the greatest catalogue, or one of the greatest catalogues in music history there, and you want a refund.
Yeah, the Wall Street Journal has been reporting it, but, you know, reading between the lines, it seems like this was a very complex deal.
Yeah.
It may have not been crystal clear to some of the parties about what was included and what wasn't, and overall it's just a bit of a mess. So that's something that's popped up in the last couple of days. Hopefully, you know, Londell and Charles and Van Jones and you know, whoever else is involved in looking after the heirs and the siblings and the estate and all that stuff, and Troy as well, hopefully they can all figure something out, because it just looks really, really messy and not good.
Nope.
So sort it out.
Questlove is doing a Prince tribute on the 20th of April, so that is one day before the 21st when Prince actually passed away. And he's going to do that at the Brooklyn Bowl, and so the event is going to be called Bowl Train, which might be a play on words with Soul Train, something like that. So yeah, that's going to be a Prince tribute, and the tickets are available now. Yep,
and for any of you who saw Questlove DJ at the events last year, you know that he played some very rare unreleased Prince songs that not many people have. Very, very few people have. Things like Cocoa Boys and the acoustic demo of Sister and a bunch of other stuff. So if you were going down to Questlove's event, who knows, you may be treated to some unreleased jams. Now, if you're going to be in Minneapolis for the celebration, make sure you stick around for the 23rd and you head on down to Electric Fetus, Prince's favourite record store. Susanah Melvoin of The Revolution, twin sister of Wendy, singer of The Family / F Deluxe, wonderful person, I've met her, is going to be doing an in-store appearance at Electric Fetus, and get this, she's going to be showing unreleased artwork that had been designed for the album The Dream Factory. Now, if you don't know about The Dream Factory was going to be Prince's follow-up to Parade with The Revolution. The Revolution then broke up, some of the tracks got reworked and made it onto Sign of the Times, but the Dream Factory configuration is very special to a lot of fans who know about it and who have sequenced the tracks back in the order that they were supposed to be in. It would have been a phenomenal follow-up to Parade. Definitely. A completely kind of different vibe to Sign of the Times, but it's still equally amazing. And Susanna's going to be showing the artwork that I believe that she had designed for the Dream Factory, and has never been seen at Electric Fetus. So go on down to Electric Fetus in Minneapolis on the 23rd. Check that out. Give us a full report.
Yes, just make a whole Prince journey out of that entire... Is it a weekend? Yeah, it's an entire weekend, isn't it? Because the 21st on a Friday, I think. So yeah, just make sure that you have the time of your life, even though we miss Prince so much.
There are lots of people who can't make the celebration, and we're going to be all over the world in different places looking for things to watch and things to listen to and ways to celebrate Prince. So of course there are multiple events going on all over the world. We don't have time to list them all now because there's literally like dozens and dozens and dozens of them.
Yes.
I mean, we saw like 7 or 8 events in London alone, and that's just like one city.
It is.
But also there's going to be radio shows and TV shows and all kinds of things happening around the 21st and, you know, the days immediately before and afterwards. One thing that's happening here in the UK is that BBC Radio 2 are doing a special. And what's it called?
Prince and Me, that's what it's called. So it's by DJ Paul Sexton, And he will be talking to people like Andrew Simone, and I believe he's going to be talking to Susanah. And so that is going to be really, really interesting to listen to. And so yeah, make sure that if you're in the UK and you're not going anywhere else, make sure that you tune into that.
Yep. A couple of people have reached out to us inquiring about what we're going to be doing around that time, and you'll see. You'll just have to wait and see.
Yes.
You might see us pop up somewhere, or over there, or on our channel.
Maybe.
Or on our blog.
Knows? Yeah.
Who knows?
But yeah.
Just wait and see.
But you know, the thing that we'll mainly be doing is just celebrating Prince and his life and listening to him for the entire day, wherever we would go, wherever we are, and just love him like we do all the time.
Exactly.
The same thing as last year. First Avenue is going to do a couple of events as well from the 21st to the 23rd of April. They're going to do 2 late night dance parties on the 21st and the 22nd of April, and then on the 22nd you will also have a massive street memorial party, so just like where First Avenue is and where all the stars are on the wall. And then the entrance to that is actually free, but you're going to have to RSVP it, so you will have to like be registered to be able to join the party. And then on the 23rd of April, there's going to be a kids dance party as well, which is really cute.
The other huge news this week is something that is going to be happening tomorrow. Many of you guys may have heard about this already, but some of you guys may not have heard about it yet. Tomorrow is potentially going to be a big day, as it's been announced that the warrants and a lot of the documents relating to Prince's passing are going to be unsealed tomorrow. So we may learn some details that have eluded us for the past year. Many of these details, these warrants, these documents were part of the ongoing investigation into Prince's passing, and thus have been confidential while that investigation has been ongoing. But tomorrow they're going to be unsealing some of these documents and releasing them to the public. Now, it's important to address the fact that we don't know what's in these documents. It could be anything. It could be things that we've already guessed or suspected or speculated on. It could be something completely out of the blue that we didn't know about. And the other possibility is that we may learn nothing at all from these documents, and we may be left with, you know, yet more questions and still not many answers. So I guess we just have to wait and see what happens and what is in the documents and see where we go from there.
Prince has been nominated yet again for 2 Billboard Music Awards.
Excellent. What 2 awards?
I think it's the top sales, and as an artist he's nominated for that, so he's on the running with 5 more people, and we hope that he wins that, and he's going to win that.
We're going to make sure of it.
Yeah. And then the top soundtrack, again, for
Excellent.
Rain. So,
excellent. Always good to see Prince getting nominated for awards, and hopefully he wins them.
Yes. Can you vote for Billboard Music Awards?
I'm not sure.
I'm not sure either.
If you can,
do it.
We're going to get on it. We're going to get on that.
So yeah.
So unfortunately, Kim and myself are not attending the celebration. I think we mentioned that before. A bunch of people who are going did ask us, given that we were just in LA not too long ago, we couldn't really make it work this time around. We do hope to attend Paisley Park in the future.
Yes.
But we do want to hear your full reports from all the people that are going, because some of our close friends that are going have already said they're going to pick us up a couple of things and bring them back for us, so that's really cool.
That's really nice.
And yeah, we just want to know, like, your thoughts really, and how your trip went overall. A few people were asking us for tips on what they should do and what they should see, which is ironic given that, you know, we're not there, but we're still telling people, oh, you need to do this, you need to do that, and go to Electric Fetus, and go to First Avenue, and go to the Purple Rain House. No, but seriously, have a great time, do all of those things, and let us know your thoughts. Let us know in the comments as well. If you're not going to the celebration, let us know in the comments what you're planning to do on the 21st. And yeah, it's going to be an interesting week. We can't believe that it's been a year already. It's been a year since Prince's final show in Atlanta and the incident that happened on the plane, and which was the start of the worst week ever, basically.
I think if any of you guys have Time Hop looking back on that, you might want to avoid that for a couple of days.
Avoid the Time Hop app. It's pretty
but then
pretty
again,
brutal.
But then again, on the 21st, we should celebrate him and we should let the world know that he will never, ever, ever fade, and that we still love him and that we'll always love him every single year from now on.
Exactly. And that seems like a good way to wrap up this week's episode of This Week in Prince, episode 28.
Yes.
I'm Casey Rain.
I'm Kim Camellia, and
we are The Violet Reality.
Yes.
Make sure you follow us on Facebook, facebook.com/The Violet Reality.
Yes.
On Twitter, which is twitter.com/A Violet Reality. Because The Violet Reality was too long for Twitter's username. And Violet Reality was taken. So for the moment on Twitter, we are A Violet Reality. And yeah, you can also follow us on Instagram.
Yes.
And all these other places. And our blog, of course, which is thevioletreality.com.
Yeah.
Thank you all for all your likes,
Yeah.
all your comments, all your shares, all your subscriptions.
Keep doing them as well.
Last week's episode grew like so quickly. It got to like 1,000 views in like 3 days, which never happens.
Thanks so much, guys. That's awesome.
It was totally awesome.
Yeah.
So hopefully this one will also be growing just as quickly.
Yes.
Make sure you share it so that it does.
So,
all right.
yeah, so we wish you the most, well, you know, we wish you a great week and all of our love to you this week. And just, you know, all of our love and support each other as well. Be extra nice to each other this week. And
we'll be back next week with another episode of This Week in Prince.
Yes.
Or maybe sooner. Who knows?
All right. That's it, guys. Bye-bye.
Bye.